People love you.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome back to Tinder. We are here tonight mainly because I have a bone to pick with my friend Batch. Batch had me do a dating show, and I don't think he knows much about me because I don't think any of the contestants were worthy. Thoughts?
Did I pick the contestants? I don't think I did. But I picked who you'd pick, though. So I think I know you really, really well.
I mean, if we're being honest, the person that did do the picking got fired. They're axed.
Well, I predicted who you would pick very easily. So I must know you a little bit. So
Okay, well, on that,
he's a really nice
we're
guy.
all going to try to...
And I knew she wouldn't pick him. He was super sweet, really nice. But he did have one answer that I don't blame her for going away from. So anyways, move on.
And what was that answer?
You don't ghost broads.
Yeah, number one, everybody was voting for. I'm sorry. He said, I think what the question was, like, you go on a second date and you're not feeling them. And he said, I would just ghost them. Like, you're a grown ass man. Like, I think you could just say, like, hey, not interested. Or
you say, I get the hep. That usually works. The hep works for everything, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you doing? I'm doing really good. Let's go on a second date, but I'm going to get a test for the hep.
Or you could say, hey, I think you are really amazing and I want to be friends. And then you'd invite them here on the show. So everyone can meet Keith. Because Keith and I went on a date and I said, you're amazing. Let's be friends. And then we talk about on the show how friend zone doesn't work. But I think it does.
Now I know what. By the way, after hanging out with you for a few beers at the Oakwood, I 100% realize why Lyndsey doesn't want to, like, why she didn't want to date you out front. It's seemed like a really nice guy. Like, what a good time we had. We're talking.
It's
We're
because
hanging
he's a
out.
nice guy. I thought you were going to, like, the last thing you said in here was like, oh, Keith, you could really fit in with a lol guy. And that's probably why I don't want to date him.
Yeah.
Oh, just don't go there.
I disagree with that. I can fit in anywhere, but
Oh,
Absolutely.
gosh, that blink board. Danielle,
Yes. Hello.
your thoughts on dating lol guys before we get into
Wait,
this?
we have Danielle
Oh, yeah, Danielle's
Graham
here.
on our
Hi, guys.
podcast.
Hello. Thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
She's your partner on this.
Yeah?
So we will be playing a game of two friends and how well do you guys know each other. So it will be you and Danielle.
We've never had a
And
serious
then-
conversation in our life.
No.
and I.
exactly.
It's like friend zone galore over
Don't
here.
do
Yes,
that angle again.
exactly.
Fuck that. That thing's horrible. Get rid of that. That angle's terrible. I don't like it. That's good. Do the one, do the two, but don't do that one.
Oh, you like this one?
That one's fine.
Okay. You like this one?
That one's all right.
Well, this one is the only one that has Keith in it, so it'll have to happen tonight.
that was your
You gotta try the 5.
First off, I don't know if anyone's noticed. I'm the captain of the ship. I'm in
Yeah,
the big
she
chair
runs.
tonight. Let's slow your roll.
She's been
Wow.
fooling me. All right.
Okay.
All right, let's get with the game. Keith and I
Yes.
are going to ask the questions, and then we are going to see how our contestants answer. They have little flips over here that says me or you, and let's see how our contestants do. Oh, that
Okay.
whiteboard.
These
Keep
look
going
like-
to it.
These look
Right.
like something. I can't figure out what.
Okay, Keith, why don't you start with our first question for them?
Yes.
Okay, I will start it off with which of us has the weirder celebrity crush?
Hmm.
You know there's going to be a follow-up question.
It's weird. I'm going to go with probably me.
And
Yep.
who is
Oh, and who is it? That's actually what we really want to know.
She likes Julio Iglesias.
Oh gosh, this blank board's killing me.
Who's your celebrity crush?
There's so many out there. I'm going to go with Ryan Reynolds.
Jesus.
Oh, where's
That's a trigger.
contestant number
That's a
3?
trigger right there. We actually brought up Ryan Reynolds on the dating show.
That's why I said that.
I like Ryan Reynolds.
But he is very cute. So.
Yeah.
What is? Can somebody tell me, contestant number 3, if anybody watched the show, why was he hating me? Why was he angry? And why is he hating Ryan Reynolds?
I mean, if you hate
I
Ryan
mean,
Reynolds, you're
yeah.
just a very insecure man.
Exactly.
No, Batch. Do you hate Ryan Reynolds?
No, he's fine. I like Ryan Reynolds. He was Van Wilder.
Yeah.
Do you not like him?
Exactly.
Right?
Cool, he's
So-
married to a
Good guy.
beautiful woman. He bought a soccer club and he's turning it around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
He has Mint Mobile. I mean,
Okay, so basically what we're saying is contestant number 3, there was a problem with him.
yes.
He was an angry
Yes.
man.
Is that my question?
Yeah, it's just,
No. All right.
Wait, hold on. Whose batch is celebrity crush?
Ooh.
Amy Abs.
Okay.
Wow.
What color's her hair?
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow, we're really keeping
Depends on the movie.
with something pretty obvious right
It's
now.
from The Fighter.
God damn it! I
Bold
never even
chick.
thought of that. It's not why. All right.
Okay.
Wasn't that filmed at Bucks?
It was filmed at Box, by the way. Yeah.
Next question for the two of you. Which of you is more likely to check their horoscope each day?
You? I don't do that stuff.
Is Lyndsey an answer on
You said
this?
me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, but
No,
Oh,
no,
okay. Sorry.
You're you. I'm me.
Yeah, you.
no. Batch is now under the Lyndsey horoscope.
I've been doing it.
Zodiac.
I've been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Any edge I can get on life, I'll take it.
Okay. There's some questions here that are going to get a little bit dicier as we go, people. So let's keep it
Wonderful.
moving.
Wait, can
Okay.
you just explain something? This
You can
is
explain
me.
whatever you want.
This is all. This is all. Me is you, and you is me. Does that make sense?
Yes,
All
we're
right,
good. We should have clarified that before we
All
started.
right. The directions are clear here.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Who is meaner?
I'm probably going to go with myself.
You are meaner. You really are.
Okay. Can we define mean here?
So
I think you're a constant mean, but
So I
Ooh,
I throw stuff out there all the time, right? I'm making fun of this, I'm making fun of that. It's all just blah blah blah, right? But then Danielle, you won't know what's coming. She'll just shoot you like a jab out of nowhere, and it just cuts to the core.
it's right though. I mean,
No, but it's like, so I'll say 1,000 things, and they're like little jabs, but she'll say one, it's like a samurai
Comes with a
sword.
haymaker.
Oh yeah, and you don't see it coming. It's fantastic.
So
And when you watch somebody get one of Danielle, because everybody's like, oh, she's so nice. Like, Danielle's so nice. And then she says something, and it just cuts them down.
Yeah.
And it makes them cry in their sleep for days. It's awesome.
Well, that's
I
when
wouldn't
you,
go that
that's
far.
when you know you're being an asshole. You did
Yeah.
something wrong.
Oh, yeah, you do. Because,
well,
like,
in my defense, you hang out with these guys long enough.
No.
It gotta rub off.
and then there's the other thing that comes out. You know what the other thing that comes out is, it, don't you?
What's
The
that?
Danielle hand.
Oh yeah.
So
I was
one
gonna
night,
say,
like,
like,
oh, why don't we
angle
just do it?
accent.
She's like, blah, 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 blah. You're like,
But I'm not
the hands out.
Italian,
Like,
so-
do whatever you want to do. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
She's Mina.
all right, Keith, you're up for a question for them.
All right. Who is most likely to pass out?
Oh God.
From being tired, it's Danielle. If it's from being wasted, it's probably
Both.
Danielle.
Both.
Exactly.
Mine's at 10. Mine's at 2 years.
We didn't say what
Yeah.
time you pass out, right? Okay.
God. I don't think that's in
we
your.
both have a
I don't
problem.
even think that's in your language.
Which of you is more likely to admit that you're wrong?
Oh God. Me.
Danielle still likes to verbalize this game. She's still working on the lessons.
I'm sorry. Me, right? Yeah.
Okay,
me.
so you guys got that one right.
Okay.
So, where's
Who
our
can
bell?
score?
We have to hit.
Okay.
Keith and I are hitting the bell when you guys
Correct.
are a
one
match.
right.
When you're a match.
All right.
Okay.
Which one of you is more likely to go a week without showering?
God.
That's
Okay,
also
right.
right.
Okay, we get the right one.
You get that
right?
one right, yeah.
Okay, Keith.
Which of you is more likely to take home hotel toiletries?
Ooh. Ooh, not a match. Where's the horn?
That is a match. Oh wait.
No, that's not a
yeah,
match.
it's not- I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I can see you
No.
do that.
That stuff.
Buddy needs some new soap.
Can I have the horn,
No.
please?
Sure.
God.
That
I
was
used to all.
that was
I traveled.
That was not a match.
You said
All right.
toilet paper from us.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. All right, she's right.
all right. Who has better hair?
Oh come on.
That's a bell.
You know how many times people, oh, your friend Danielle with the beautiful hair.
Oh, the redhead. She's so beautiful, but she is.
Wait, what's the thing I
But-
tell people though?
Do you tell people?
Yeah, remember what I
That's
tell people?
fake.
I tell people she has a wig.
What a friend.
I know, right? Jesus. Thanks.
You're great. Oh, it's a wig.
Yeah.
It's a wig.
Okay.
It's not though.
No.
Which of
I guess
you
you're going.
Here we go.
which of you is more likely to lose all your money at the casino? Don't say it. Flip. That's a bell.
Yeah.
All right, Keith, you're up.
Which of you is more likely to send food back at a restaurant?
Ooh, this is a good question.
Neither of us.
I would never.
Do we have to go over the rules again? I'm really playing with an incompetent duo over here.
We're not supposed to speak.
You have to pick one. Okay.
I wouldn't.
He is a complainer.
I wouldn't send food back.
I wouldn't either.
Even
But...
if it was like raw chicken.
I just wouldn't eat it.
Oh, but you know what I have?
You have.
But we're not going to discuss where. But I
Oh
have.
yeah, you have.
We won't
It
discuss
wouldn't be
it.
me.
What were the circumstances? You don't have
It was
to
a
Yeah.
raw burger.
raw burger.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. How
That was
about
a dumb question.
which of you is more likely to cause a scene in public?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
You can't see. You're not supposed to know his
I know she's
answer.
waiting.
Well, I'm like kind of thinking.
I'm like gonna have to be like 3, 2, 1. Keith,
all right,
you're up.
I'm sorry.
Which of you is more likely to forget an anniversary or birthday?
Ooh. Best
I feel
friend.
sorry about
Yeah.
Best friend.
that. I didn't forget. I knew. I just didn't go.
It
It
wasn't
was my
even on
40th
here.
birthday, and he, didn't go.
My one of my ex-girlfriends didn't want me going, so I didn't go. Her
And that's
40th
why she's an
birthday.
ex.
Okay, wait, what?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about this, Danielle.
Yeah.
I still.
Tell me more.
Yeah, it was at Brown's, and 8 years ago, and he was with his girlfriend at the time, and did not come.
First, I'm shook about like the word girlfriend and batch. Like that doesn't seem like an
Oh no, I've had
item.
them over the years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Danielle describes those as when batch goes away.
Yeah. You don't see him for a while. He just goes
Like
MIA.
hibernation.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the girlfriend said you can't go.
So she kind of ended up. She used to have like these lady troubles. I think she was a pill popper, but she ended up.
Wait, as two ladies,
she's not
what's
watching.
ladies' troubles?
She had like a really bad. She had like her lady parts were failing her or whatever. So she get all.
Are we in 1940?
I can't. Listen, I don't want to say. Wait, let me wait for the right logo, and I'll say clam. But no, it was like.
We're getting kicked. We're censored.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
No. So she used to have trouble with her, her things, and then she'd get all these cramps. And the day I'm like, hey, listen, tomorrow is Danielle's 40th. I really want to go. I want you to come with me. Blah blah blah. I get cramps, and I'm like, can you take me to the hospital? I'm like, all right, I guess. So whatever. And,
Can I just ask, like, when are we going to the hospital for cramps?
Yeah.
well, to get Percocets.
Okay.
So I missed her 40th.
So we're.
So then every time I go to Browns, I'm like, it's so good to be up here for Danielle's 40th.
Did
Yeah.
you miss it because you were getting the drugs, or
I don't think that's material in this situation.
Okay.
I missed the birthday.
I should have said who's more likely to have a scam to get drugs?
God.
I can outline the economics of it if you want.
Okay. Keith, you're up.
All right. This is based on conversation we had earlier. Which of you is more likely to sign up to run a marathon but not take part?
Oh, this is easy. Oh no, that's not
No?
a match.
Oh, really?
That's not a match.
I can see you doing that.
I can see you doing that.
Do those 5K things. And then we end up drinking at that thing, whatever it is.
True. Yeah, true. But
You
you'd be
know-
the same. So I think that's like a
I only went last
even
year.
thing.
I honestly think it's because Batch wouldn't even sign up. So like that's
Right.
like
Well,
I don't want
can't
to
flake
commit.
on it. Yeah, commitment is not
Then you have
his
to make
jam.
money.
all right then.
Well,
Commitment.
no, we had the Michaels run last year. I'm like, oh, don't you do this every year? Like,
Yeah.
she's like, yeah. She's like, you going? I'm like, yeah, I'll go. I said, I'll wait for you at the thing. Like, oh, I haven't run the race in like 5 years.
Yeah, like the first 2 years I did it, but walked it, and then we just kind of.
After
I
that.
went every year, but just
Oh, look at this. Someone that has commitments and the other that has commitment issues. It's a perfect.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, how about which of you is more likely to run away and join the circus?
Jeez. I'm not going.
Yeah.
You'd fall in love with a midget clown or
Oh
something.
my!
Oh,
Oh,
you can't say
she used
midget.
it. She used
Oh, you
it.
can't say that.
No, Michaela said midget a while
Oh,
back.
I'm gonna get
Yeah.
like.
She was like, she had
Oh,
a.
sorry, little person.
No,
Is
you
that-
can't say that either.
Oh, what is it? What do you say?
Dwarf.
Dwarf.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
So am I gonna get like?
What do you-
I am done with this.
What do you
People are
say?
gonna come
Danielle,
for me?
you don't know that they also told me that they were bringing a little person as one of the contestants for the dating show, knowing that I have a fear.
Wait, is
Do you have a
all
fear
right?
of
Wait,
that?
I can't say dwarf, but you have a fear of little people.
I do. First off, you know, like my number one dating role.
You can't date anybody under 5'11" or whatever it is.
Yeah, well,
It
5'11"
can be
is a
like
lie.
shorter than you.
But go ahead. Yeah.
You don't like short people.
Shorter than you.
Short, do I want to call them short people, short people, or little people? Either way. But like the little people are, yes, concern me.
So I can't say we can't say midget, but you can be afraid of these people.
First off, I didn't make the midget rule. I am afraid of them, and you calling them whatever that doesn't go hand in hand.
Right, but like I can call them whenever they want. If they were here, I'd be like, let's go wrestle. But if you saw them,
If
you'd
they
run
were
away
here,
in
I'd be
fear.
like, I have. Yes, I was in Croatia where they filmed like that show Game of
Who
Thrones.
is the worst person?
Get out.
And already, when it comes to my dating life, yes, I am the worst person. I was in
No, I'm-
Croatia,
Like what you like. That's,
and they film the Game of Thrones there, and they have all these little people
No.
that are dressed up as, I guess, the little person that's on the show. I've never seen it, so I don't know. And I turned the corner, and I was like, I have to leave. I couldn't make eye contact. It was very just uncomfortable for me.
So, Lyndsey, what are you doing in 3 Sundays from now?
If
Okay.
it,
Right.
Because I'm going to Midgets with Attitude Wrestling in Worcester.
Oh, they had that at the Olympia not
Okay.
too long ago. I heard it was
I
awesome.
cannot
just so
wait
we're
to
clear,
go
this is probably why Keith and I didn't work out.
yeah.
because
Yeah.
He was
I
in a-
like to go see.
Yeah, he'd be
Midgets
like, "Hey,
wrestle.
do you want to go on a date to midget wrestling?" And I'd be like, "No. One, I don't like the
No.
word midget.
I think I
That's
kind of want to date
inappropriate."
Keith.
Well,
Well, that's why he's here.
Good luck.
All right, we're gonna give you guys like 2 more, and then we'll switch our seats, and I'll let you back in your captain seat.
What about the ones, the other ones there?
Yeah, I did yours, buddy.
Oh, you did? You didn't do the.
Okay,
Oh, jeez.
Danielle, this is a setup.
Oh, wait, yeah, we did.
Is your best friend a setup? All right, I already know the answer to this. I don't know why he needs to say it out loud publicly. Everyone knows the answer. Who is most likely to have an alcoholic girlfriend or boyfriend? Shocking! Shocker!
They didn't tell me.
Shout it from the rooftop.
They didn't tell me. They're like, oh, we knew. I'm like, I had no idea.
It's like 2 magnets attracting.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm an alcoholic and I need one too.
When you met
I
her at
had
a
no
bar.
idea. No idea.
Who's most likely to date someone toxic because they love the crazy?
does that say Lyndsey on it? No.
Oh, this is why I keep him
Oh,
around.
boy.
He's kind of funny. All right. Do you want to switch the seats on this? You want
Well,
the captain chair or you want to keep going?
I will say, who is the most likely to be the least dramatic friend and always be reliable? And I would say,
Aw, thanks, dude.
I'm having a little PTSD of the word dramatic tonight, but thanks for bringing it out.
all right.
No.
I said something nice about you.
I know. I'm gonna write it down.
I will say that you say something nice about Danielle all the time.
Yeah, she's fun.
And
Thank you.
Danielle can probably confirm this, that I feel you give this like outwardly very like spiky shell, like that you're like this tough guy. And I've told you, and I've told like the viewers on the show, you are actually the most like loving, caring friend you could ask for. You're super protective, right? Like when
Yes, I
Danielle was
agree.
coming on, you're like, we gotta like be careful with the questions. We don't want to like rub her the wrong way. I know when I go out with you,
Keith, I don't know what these fucking people are talking about. Oh, yeah.
I know when I go out
Pushing.
with you, you hold my purse, you do all the sweet things.
Uh-huh.
You love a purse hold.
All right. Moving on.
We're getting too gushy over here. Anyways, what a sweet moment for you to have tonight.
Yeah,
That's my friend.
beautiful.
Aww. All right. You want to rip me apart
Fuck yeah.
with
Let's
my
go.
friends? With my
How are we
friends?
doing this? What do I ask? We asked a question.
You want to switch seats with me?
No, we'll stay here.
I don't think it's going to be a great
All right,
angle, but
do you
okay.
get that paddle?
Here you go.
Um,
Here's the paddle.
okay. Here's my questions, and then here's also some of these.
Okay.
Look at the paddle.
Can you stop? All
All
right.
right, I'll ask.
Gonna pick.
You ask those. I'll ask these.
All right.
Well, because there's no real great angle for this? You want me to?
Yeah, right
Be
there.
like
That's a
this?
good angle.
Okay.
Wait, just get close to the camera. And then just, the
All right.
camera's right here.
Yep.
Use the one camera when you. I'm not going to.
Is he being the boss tonight?
I know.
Yeah, I know. I hate that. Backseat driver. All right. Let's hit this off.
Well, give me the bow.
There you go.
All right.
All right, Red, start it off.
All right.
Let's come up with a good one, Danielle.
Oh, I did have a good one here. Let's see if I can find it. Where did it go?
Oh, which of you is more likely to applaud the pilot when the plan lands? I hate those people.
I do too.
Yeah, me too. So it's definitely not me.
No.
Nah. We need a neither one.
I know this is gonna be like we just both don't like any of them. Okay, go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yep.
Which of you is more likely to send a text to the wrong person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Old people probs. I
Yeah.
can't help it. He's the young 37. He's hip with technology.
Text messages. I sent a picture once to somebody.
I know. I sent one in a group text. It was by accident.
So most likely to go to therapy. You can't wait for him.
I mean, I think he needs it, but yeah, I'm a therapist.
I think you need
I think
it.
that's why we're friends. You're my free therapist.
Let me ask you this. So, do you ever notice that therapists are fucking nuts?
Yeah.
Like, I almost feel like they almost would never go to therapy because they think, like, I don't know, like they don't really go to therapy.
No, because they know what the therapist is going to say, and they
Yeah.
can manipulate.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a game.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I have a feeling.
As a therapist who's actually been to therapy, I will tell you there was a little bit of a like, oh, like, shouldn't I know how to do this? Like, I'm a therapist. But once you get over your pride and you go down the route, and therapy is super helpful. So, you know what? You guys are not going to therapy shame me. Sure.
No, I'm just saying,
There's nothing
No,
wrong with
no.
therapy. Everyone does
No,
therapy.
absolutely.
I'm just saying if I'm a plumber, I'm not calling a plumber. Right? If you're a therapist, why would you go to a therapist? It seems kind of redundant. Like if I'm a,
Okay.
if I'm a bartender,
Next
I'm like, hey,
question.
can you
Danielle,
make me a drink?
get control of your bestie on here.
Okay.
Okay. Your partner is running amok.
You like my
That's where you-
logic though, don't you?
Oh, gosh.
Which of you is quicker to lose your temper?
Oh, I disagree on that one.
Who do you think it is?
You.
You think I'm quick tempered? No, I think honestly, if this was like who's the first one to cry, it's definitely me.
No, but you're a quiet smolderer. Or like,
But that's why the word quick. I'm not quick. It takes me a long time to get there. Once I'm there, I'm burning the whole place down with gasoline.
I don't know Keith that well, but he doesn't give a care. He's
Yeah,
like,
I just-
whatever.
That yoga. Namaste.
Oh my god, you guys, he has you fooled. Let's go.
Yogurt. I like yogurt. Go ahead.
Oh,
I got
tell
one.
me?
I got
All
one.
right, yeah, your turn.
All right. Most likely to get a most likely to get a tattoo. Oh,
Both?
okay.
Yep.
My
Do you guys have
my
any
last
now?
two are spur of the moments.
Oh, so you do have two?
Yeah.
Do you
You-
have any?
I have two.
Right now.
Oh,
Do you have any?
I do not.
Me neither.
I can.
You know why? I don't want any identifying marks of me.
Oh god, it's like the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Most likely to go to Vegas and get married. Really? No, see?
No. Him.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it?
No?
Been married once, not doing it again.
Oh, yeah, you're just fresh out, though. You're still in that.
Yeah. But he's fresh out.
Wait,
with,
can we talk
I don't
about
want to
that
like
for a
blow up
second?
his spot, but like he's fresh out and he's like dropping like the L word real. Like he's somebody that I think that just could like rush into love.
Yeah, but that's
Cold
what you
rush
do.
in. He's at Vegas.
Do you want to hear my divorce soliloquy? I give this a
Yes.
lot. I feel like when you get divorced, right? You're like, at least when I did, after I actually finally get divorced. But you're like, oh, I'm gonna find somebody and it's gonna be great. Like love's being in love, it's gonna find the right person. And then you start realizing, like you date people, and like, by the way, your first year of divorce, you can do whatever you want. You say yes to everything. You can do this. You can do that. Doesn't matter. Everybody's going to give you a free pass. You're the guy. All your guy friends can come out with. Their wives aren't going to care. Like you are the golden goose for a little while, right? It's friggin' awesome. Then after a little while, you're like, if you're dumb about it, you'll settle in with like the next girl. She's gonna be just like the one you just left. She's gonna be a carbon copy image of it. What you need to do is give yourself a little alone time and figure out like who you are and what you want to do. And then you'll either be like, all right, well, apparently I'm not who I thought I was, and I need to just be. Then you start like getting used to being alone, and then you get more picky. And then you stop plowing fields for a while, and then after a while.
Okay, this is Batch's life story. This
No.
isn't
What I'm saying,
keep
then you
advice here.
Yeah, then you start meeting girls, and you're like, all right, this girl's cool, you know, and like whatever. And then it's kind of like you take your time and do it. Like if you rush back in, you're just going to end up with the same relationship you had again. You repeat that over and over and over again. So you just go out and do everything. It's kind of like the George Costanza thing. Do the opposite of what you used to do, and just try everything for a while.
No, I will say though, like I think once you get out of a marriage or a long-term relationship, you're like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be single and play the field. Every person I know said that, like. But then what ends up happening is I don't know if somebody like you meet someone, you're like, wow, this is it. This is the person I should have been with, and like you just drop off from that. But then like you're back into that serious relationship.
I'll tell you what though. What I found was it's friggin' awesome being single. Danielle,
I love being single.
how awesome is it being single?
The jury's out for me. Yeah. But I will say, in Keith's defense, the person that he's with is a really good match for him. And they're probably going to have a really great life together, getting married in Vegas. But she's great.
Why ruin a good thing by getting the government involved?
We're not going to go down conspiracy theory. This is just a fun game show.
My friend Whitey, God bless him, has a really good, he's like, Batch, I'm an HVAC guy, right? Or whatever he is. Like, I have to get a license every 3 years. He's like, I think marriage should be the same thing.
Yeah.
Every 3 years, you check in and say, do we want to do this or do we not want to do this?
I have said this. I was dating somebody and I said this like very long time ago. I was like, you know how you have to renew things? You should get something in the mail that says like, you want to still be together, yes or no. And if it's a no, it'll just dissolve and like you don't have to like do anything. And if it's a yes, you just like continue.
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
Like every 5 years, let's just get it in the mail and like, are we doing this? Are we staying together or not?
Yeah.
See,
let's make it a business transaction. No feeling.
My big thing is because I'm such a religious man. Right? I made a commitment to God. And I was like, how do I get out of this? Because I said something to God. Once you say something to God, you have to like maintain.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do it. And
I don't know why you're saying that. You don't do any commitments. I don't care if it's God. I don't care if it's like the guy down the street. I don't care if it's the old port bartender. Yeah, no.
That's not true. I used to commit to Managers and Fuse and.
Well, we're talking now. We're not talking. Now? Yeah.
Well, no, but actually, no. In all seriousness, I went to a guy. Right, there's a guy, a local guy, and he got his monk. He's a monk through the mail. He used to work at St. Anne's. Great guy. And I go, hey, he says, I got this problem. I'm like, I'm not a religious person, but like, I made a promise. I'm like, what am I gonna do? He's like, well, what happened? I told him about my, the neighbor and this and that. He's like, well, it's not on you. He's like, if there's because I'm agnostic, and he's like, well, if there's a thing, like, they're not gonna care. So he kind of got me off the hook, and I'm like, sweet. So you got to find the right, if that's your thing, like if you care about the commitment, find the right priest or mail-in monk, and you'll be off the hook. And
I think what we're realizing here is we should have asked Batch more questions on like, would you kill who's the first person to kill somebody? Who's the first person to bury the body?
Why would you ask me that?
Because you're definitely the person.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
If I need to like hide a body, you're my first
call. You're the
call.
second person I feel like in the last few months that have talked about some monk in wool.
Oh, we got a lot of monks in wool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is like monk heaven over
there.
We got Asian monks. We got like alcoholic monks. We got like, white monks. We got like.
But is there like a monk that people wait months for to go see?
Yes.
Around here.
Yes.
Oh, there is.
It's the temple by the bowling alley.
Have you gone?
Yes.
Are you the one that told me about it?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I don't think I told. I don't know if I told you, but I have gone to him.
Someone has
the duck pit monk.
But the second,
I just remember being like, all right, yeah, cool.
The candle pit monk.
But I will tell you, the second time that my friend was going there, they're like, "Oh, he'll see you," and then they're like, "He's sleeping." Yeah. So she was like, "Okay, I'm done." Like what? He had her like buy a bunch of fish. She needed to come back with 21 fish. And she went there and she couldn't present the fish because he was sleeping. She left.
Did she at least leave the fish at the door?
No,
So
she
they
said she
have
brought them
fish
home and
pictures?
she like set them in a river, which they probably definitely died. But
Oh, were they alive?
yeah, she had to go to a pet store. And do you know that when you go to the pet store, you can only get a certain amount of fish?
Wait, maybe you meant like, can you get me some fillets?
Yeah.
No, he said he needed her to bring 21 fish. She went to the pet store and they're like,
But did he specify live fish?
yeah.
Oh.
So she went to the pet store and I guess there's like a cap on buying fish and the pet store only lets you buy so many. She had to have a friend go get a second batch of
Like,
fish.
hey, buddy, can you get me some fish? Like low lifing for fish?
I didn't really.
Sounds like this monk
I
running
didn't-
underground fish.
I didn't know like
resale business.
Petco was going so serious with like how many like minnows they were letting
Yeah,
out.
because they don't want college kids swallowing them.
Yeah. It's a big thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's on TikTok.
Okay, next question.
I feel like we've been.
TikTok. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Which one of you is most likely to win an eating contest?
I've never even seen you eat.
What?
Oh, it's easy.
Okay.
I'm known for like
surprising.
always eating.
Yeah, you order food, but then you're like,
What what food of choice would you choose?
She's
Eating contest.
I don't know. Keith, did you see my dating profile?
carbs and
Carbs. Yeah,
Whatever.
There's a lot of things in
Pasta.
carbs.
No, I'm not like a pasta person.
No.
What would be like
McDonald's
for the-
chicken nuggets. That's my thing.
It would?
Really?
I could that or sushi. I feel like I could eat 1,000 pieces of sushi.
I like to have 21 fish, but they have to be live.
Yeah, it has to be live. And the-
I don't know like what would be my food of choice for an eating.
No?
I mean, I will say like I have great pleasure, which I don't even want to know what Batch is going to say about this. I do.
I have so many comments on this.
Here
I'm
we
just
go.
holding back
There's a
so
couple-
much right
couple
now.
of food I'm thinking, but let's.
Oh my god.
I find
She's Portuguese. I'm like linguice. I won't even say it.
it's not about me eating. There's something about the like hot dog eating contest watching it.
That you like or that you don't like?
I do like watching it.
Oh,
Just-
just layups.
Too easy.
Layups.
Yeah.
I
Layups.
can't. I'm sorry, but like
Yeah. It's fascinating.
okay,
Really? I can't even watch it.
It's fascinating.
It's
I'm sorry. It
disgusting.
is
There's a weird
fascinating.
fetish we just uncovered by women.
I know, right? They love like, oh,
Start entering hot dog eating
what's
contest.
that guy's name? Joey
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut.
Right?
They got like Danielle's got a poster of Joey Chestnut on her.
My
Her celebrity,
I don't know, there's
her
something
celebrity
about
crush is
the-
Joey Chestnut.
Yes.
The
I love the way
aggressive,
that-
like,
Yeah.
snap and then like the dunking of the bread and then the shoving in the mouth. I don't know. It's a magic for me. Apparently.
Well,
I'll add it to the dating profile. What do you
all
want?
right. I love watching people
One of your
snap.
profile prompts: how many hot dogs can you take down?
No, because I'm gonna get that purple devil emoji and I can't handle it. It's gonna go really sexualized. I'm
I
just
forget
saying,
what that is.
I'm not sexualized by watching a hot dog eating contest. I am just enjoying
I
it.
can't even believe they just. It's disgusting to me. I can't watch it. By the way, what's my favorite? Here's a question.
What do you want, a pie eating contest?
Again, more jokes. I just leave that alone. What's my favorite thing to get at Browns?
hot dogs.
No, but what? What do I call it? The Lowell Surf and Turf.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah, you get
You
fish.
get a hot dog at Brown's?
No, you get fish, and you get a hot dog. It's the Lowell Surf and Turf.
I can't get with that. I
Piece of
mean,
haddock and a hot dog. Lowell Surf and Turf.
no, I mean, I will say, like, back in the day when I was, like, in Springfield for, like, a hot minute and I was taken to the Mardi Gras, like, my...
Wait. You went... What? Why were you in Springfield?
Were you working it?
Were you...
No!
How many beads did you get?
No, I live in urban populations as a social worker. I was working at...
Like Westford?
No, that's where I grew up. I didn't work there. I grew up there. I lived in New Bedford. I lived in Springfield. I
Well, you
lived
have
in
to live in
Lawrence.
New Bedford. You're Portuguese.
Of course, I need that linguistic cart in my life.
Yes.
No, so the group of people would want to go to the Mardi Gras, and like the highlight for me was going to the hot dog cart.
Wait, there's a Mardi Gras in Springfield, Mass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I
good
never
call.
knew that.
You've heard of this?
I went to Westfield State, so we used to go.
Does it not have a
on
good hot
Sunday.
dog cart? I love a steamed bun. What do you want me to
Never got the
say?
hot dogs.
Oh my
I was a
God.
college student. I wasn't going there for the hot dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
Next question.
I don't want to get banned by the chamber.
Right, this is a lot on hot dogs. The hot dogs have
All right.
overshadowed the clam.
So I have another
So,
question.
You got it.
All right. Most likely to buy a watch on the first date.
Okay. No, I'm not. It wasn't a first date that I was buying him a watch. Okay, I don't even want to say. You already knew the story. I flew out.
We need to hear this story.
No, we don't. Everybody knows this story. And I thought he lost his watch. He was like upset that he lost his watch. I felt bad being an empathetic Cancer. And I did spend like a good 12 hours of my life Googling, trying to find the exact watch so I could buy it for him. Only for him to text me the next day.
Yeah.
Only for him to text me the next day. And he's like, hey, guess what? I found my watch. And I was
That'd be like
okay, cool.
if me and Keith were on a first date, right? And we were at the hotel and he lost his axe because, whatever, like he was out busting down doors.
I hate you.
And I was
I hate
online.
everything
I'm like,
about
oh my
you
God,
right now."
Keith, I gotta find that exact axe that you had.
Like, if you want to go, who's going to be the person that buys golf clothes, like, knowing them for, 2 dates? Okay, cool. Great. Let's moving on.
It's one of the real questions. You've been sorting these things for like an hour. I don't know what you've been doing.
All right. Who is most likely to keep a secret?
Yeah, I give it. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it going. We're going to get a hot streak right now.
All right. Who is most likely to share their food?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I'm a sharer.
Cheating.
Yeah, I'm
I
a sharer.
I just ate so fast.
Which of you is most likely to cancel plans in order to stay at home and catch up on Netflix?
Ooh.
Well, see, if we're canceling plans, it's going to be him.
Yes. But for Netflix.
For Netflix, it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't really watch TV much.
See,
I'll
we're
definitely
vibing.
cancel.
We're
Definitely
vibing.
cancel.
Friend zone can work.
Yes.
I don't cancel.
I'm more likely to cancel plans to lay on the couch with my dog.
Okay. Which of you has the most obscure taste in music? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep going.
Are you reading off yours?
Oh no.
You flip it off. Flip it over.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So let's say. Come on. Most likely to date the wrong zodiac sign.
And
I didn't even know what zodiac signs were until I met her.
Do you know why? You didn't even ask what Keith's zodiac sign is.
I don't care.
So it's the one sign I don't date.
I have no idea.
Come,
Gemini.
I can't believe you haven't listened to the 6 hours of me complaining.
I really don't know.
We'll talk about it later. Keep going.
Okay. Most likely to block someone.
I wouldn't.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, okay.
Just because I know she wouldn't. I wouldn't block either, but I know she definitely wouldn't.
No, Keith will give me advice and he'll be like, dude, just block that dude. He's trash. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to block him. And then later I'm like, so he messaged me. He's like, how do you message you if he's blocked? And I'm like, oh, shoot. The jig's
All
up.
right. This is kind of hard.
The jig's up.
Most likely to sleep with somebody on the first date.
I'm a guy.
That's so easy. That's actually, that's not hard at all.
All right. Let's do that one with us.
You're
Ready?
really gonna, because you're going to pick me, right?
No. You gotta most likely to sleep with somebody on the first date.
No,
Really?
that's not a match.
Wow.
Wow. You thought you were going to get that one?
Yeah, I did.
I 100% agree with Danielle.
What, that I would?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I'm very traditional. I told you I'm very into
No,
the
I
church.
just know that you don't want to ever see them again.
That's why you always
Unless,
go to
like-
dinner and then a drink somewhere else. Now you're on a second date.
Unless you go to their house and it's Quarters Express, you're
You
screwing them and
people
leaving.
have no idea who I am.
Oh, okay.
Traditional values.
Well, you don't have any idea who I am.
Okay. Who knew this? Now it's
Wow.
friends are breaking up on this show.
Geez.
See, people thought this was a single show.
No, man.
How did they get it wrong?
Listen,
Right.
we don't even We don't really actually talk about anything. That's why we're friends.
We're just drinking. We just meet at the Old Court.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Exactly.
It's like, I'm good. Things good.
How was work? Good.
That's
How was
good,
work?
good.
Good. Yeah.
Fine. Sure. Oh, no. That's not Keith and I's friendship.
No, you guys are deep.
Yeah. By deep, you mean like me crying and him listening?
Oh.
And him being like, I can't do feelings because I'm a Virgo.
Yeah, we don't do feelings.
All right. Hit me. We have any more?
I don't know.
Yes. Okay. Which one of you is likely to have a superhero costume at home? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I do that one.
He knows I don't dress up.
Okay.
Is that one?
Which of you is more up to date with current affairs?
Yeah.
We should have kept track because I really would like to know how our duo is doing against your duo.
Oh, we should have recorded.
How long have you guys been friends?
We've been friends, 13 years, I would think.
I don't know.
I think we're doing
Like
pretty good for
2010.
like 3 months.
How long?
Yeah.
Oh, 3 months. Jeez.
Yeah.
Which of you is most likely to be the first one on the dance floor? Oh, wow.
Really?
That was
Really? Wow,
That
that's
So
shocking.
easy.
Okay.
You would be on that one.
Which of you is the biggest couch potato? Oh, okay. You guys are good. All right, you got any?
Oh,
He's like, I don't know. I can't read. That's handwriting.
no, I think that's it.
All right.
Let me see this. How about who's most likely to get arrested? What am I getting arrested for, Keith?
burning someone's house down.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I can't go wrong with that one. I
What about
can't
you
go
and
wrong.
I?
Yeah. What about you guys?
I know. It's not even a question.
Yeah.
Good question.
Most
Could be
likely,
me. No, I'm just
most
kidding.
likely,
I've already been arrested. What's the difference? You know what I mean?
most likely to murder somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I know.
Bash.
No, I wouldn't murder anybody. Again.
He's like, I wouldn't actually pull the trigger, but bury their body. Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you don't know.
I'm not violent, man.
All right. Do we have any more before we wrap up the game?
You know, it's kind of an odd game though, because
Yeah.
I think there were a lot of things where I think we should debrief on the game. I feel like there are some things where I'm like, it could have been both of us,
Yeah, I agree.
because I think that in our friendship,
Or
at least,
neither?
or both of us, we're very similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah, true.
And yeah, like a couple things I'm like, yeah, neither. Like there was one of them, I forget what it was. I'm like, I wouldn't do that. Like sending food back, I would never send food back.
Yeah.
You actually did it.
How about this?
I
Which
did
of
once,
you
but
is more likely to cry in a public place?
Me. Sorry. A girl.
I mean,
I've
we
never
don't,
seen
we don't
you
have to
cry in
raise
my
our
life.
paddles because we know the answers.
Listen, if
Yeah.
anybody's ever seen either one of us cry, I would like to, you know.
Do you know what Batch said to me last time we hung out? It's like, I can't believe you made it through this hangout without crying.
Every time we go for bagels, she cries at least once.
I love a bagel. What do you want me to say?
I'm like, for fuck's sake, I'm like,
Hey,
she was almost there. I'm like, just hold on, we're almost there.
I just asked if you wanted a shot.
More importantly, I guess, Batch, at the end of this game, we actually have someone that went on a date with me. And I know, like, we say this is an enigma because I don't like anyone. I'm super picky. I don't go on dates. We actually have someone here. Is there any
Should we invite him in?
anything you want to?
Should we invite him in?
How
Anything
many?
you want to
So
hit on
yeah,
this?
of course. Like
Okay.
there must have been a lot of questions. Was she questioning a lot, or?
No, the questions came before
Yeah.
the date. Yeah.
Batch, ask him.
Well, you did the Zoom, right?
The FaceTime.
Yeah, the FaceTime.
Yeah.
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 Where did you guys meet?
On
On Tinder, right?
Hinge.
Yeah.
On
Hinge.
Hinge.
No, Keith does
Unhinged.
Keith does not do Tinder. He's like, it's straight up trash.
I don't think Tinder's real.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I had 99 matches or 99 likes. And then I'm like, all right, fine, I'll pay for it. Tinder, you got me. Out of all 99, there was not one female that I swiped right on.
Really?
Not one. I don't think it's real. Real girls aren't on it. At least
Yeah,
For me.
catfish.
Whoops.
Okay.
All
Hey.
right, well, that's good to know.
it was I don't know, it was wild.
Okay.
But yeah, so we met on Hinge, and I had the interview via FaceTime.
Batch and Han would refer
Which
to
I
them
would-
as the rings of
I
fire.
told him to.
Did
told
you
her
make
to
it through the
not do
rings
that
of
moving
fire?
forward.
Now, where did you guys go on your date?
We went to
We went to a couple of bars in Waltham.
yeah.
Oh, is that the place with the Watch City or whatever?
Yeah.
I wanted to date that down there once with a girl that was
Okay,
there.
I can't with the watches.
She was
I
a
can't.
I was
You're
thinking
no,
about it.
no, no, no.
I can't.
No, this girl was a dog walker, right? And she would walk, what do you call it? Seeing eye dogs. Like, not a dog walker. She trained seeing eye dogs.
Yeah.
And I asked her, like, we had a regular lunch, right? Like, I don't know. I had like 3 beers, whatever.
Was that a regular lunch? What's a regular lunch?
Well, we were there for an hour and a half, you know?
Oh,
and
that's a regular lunch.
she had like a half a beer. And then, like, I thought I was going okay. And then I'm like, oh, you train seeing eye dogs. I'm like, have you ever trained any people to walk the blind dogs? And she didn't think that was funny. I'm like, that's a pretty good joke. You know what I mean? And it kind of abruptly ended the date. And then I guess the feedback is that, you know, I drank too much and I was a little, you know, disrespectful. I'm like, fuck you. That girl couldn't-
So, are you asking him like what the feedback of our date was? You want to know what Keith's feedback of going on a date with Lyndsey is?
Well, I think I know. I mean,
You do?
no, I can imagine.
Let's hear it.
Well, you're a very good conversationalist. You probably asked a lot of good questions, but you probably have some walls up, as Danielle knows what walls are about. Like, you probably aren't necessarily somebody that lets the person in 100%. It was probably a great date and leaves them a little, like, I don't know how that went. Did it go well? A little confused.
Is she
And a
interested?
little-
Is she not? Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably how you felt. How'd I do, Keith? There you go. Yeah, I know you.
All right. Okay, I can take the feedback. What were the highs and lows? I already know what you're going to say.
Did you?
Mhm.
What is it?
You didn't like the food ordering part.
Well,
of the
that
date.
was just ridiculous.
Why, it was a
What
food
was the
ordering.
food ordering?
So, you know, we get the menu, like, it was tapas. Went to, like, a Spanish tapas place. So I'm like, is there anything that you want or don't want? She's like, nope, whatever you want to get this time. I'm like, all right. So then
Trap.
I'm like going to pick up things, and like the bartender comes over and she's like, what do you recommend? We'll get that. I'm like, all right, I guess fuck me, and nothing that I want to get on. So she went from I don't care, whatever you want to get, to I'm ordering based on what this guy's recommendations are, which is fine if you
Right.
take the I like taking people's
Such a
recommendations
pain in
all
the
day,
ass.
but when you start it off with like, nope, whatever you want to get. So that was strike one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Yep. Strikes. Okay.
What was the question?
What's the feedback?
Oh,
We talked about the food ordering.
Going
So-
on a date with me. What's it
so
like?
when we went to the next bar and then no dancing. I'm a carefree, goofy guy, like coming out of a divorce, like I'm just being me. And so we went to get drinks after, and it was like a live band and dancing, and she was just very, like you said, walls up, reserved. And I'm a goofy, like, let's go dance, let's be weird.
I don't think I would dance on the first date.
Yeah, that's my vibe though.
Okay, so, but I will say, can you talk about how different it is from going on a date with me? And then as soon as I was like, hey, like, do you want to try being friends and hang out? And like the pressure was off. Like, isn't it completely different though?
Yeah, and we talked
Yeah,
about that.
more
with-
confusion.
yeah.
No.
No, in dating in general, the pressure is off when you're not like thinking date mode or whatever. I mean, I can only speak for myself, especially like I said, coming out of a long-term relationship and just going back out there and dating. It's when you're on a date, you have this like mindset, whether you try to fight it or not, of like, all right, am I going to say something stupid? Like, what am I doing? This and that. But when you say like, oh, let's just be friends, like no pressure, all this stuff, you can be more yourself and more relaxed.
Like, I would go, if I was like, hey, let's go hang out tonight or whatever, and there was like a band playing, like, I would go dance and be goofy and like embarrass myself because like I don't care. But like, there's something about a date, especially a first date, I don't feel like I can be myself. I feel like the whole time I'm like, are they gonna like you? Are they not? Are they gonna text you? Are they gonna ghost you? Like, it's too many thoughts are like flooding my brain. And so when we met, like, I think we had a good date. Like, I know like we're kind of like making like whatever, nitpicking it. Maybe it's coming across like it wasn't a good date.
Can we not say
was...
nitpicking? That refers to people with lice, and that's offensive to people with
lice.
To low income people that happen to have
like, do you think we had a bad date?
No, not at all. I wouldn't be standing here.
No, but the food thing would have thrown me off. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Whatever, lady. I'm
Okay.
like,
lady.
Whatever,
it was a good
lady.
date.
I mean, that was like a little thing. I don't think that was like, I think we're making it like bigger than it was.
Yeah. No, it was a fun date.
How was the food though?
Food is great.
Okay, so
Yeah.
well,
so the bartender was right.
Because we went with her recommendation.
There is something to be said though. Like I definitely think hanging out with, women, girls, whatever you call them,
Whatever they're choosing to be called.
Yeah.
Whatever their pronouns.
when the press is
Whatever is
off,
politically correct.
it is more fun. I mean, it really
Sure.
is. Like, I mean, I was pretty good at dating. I was good at first dates. I was terrible at like second, third, fourth dates. Like it was just kind of like after a while, I'm like, I don't know, like just the whole, oh, you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that, and like when are we? I don't know. It's just, it's a lot easier. The friend thing is, it does kind of make things a lot easier.
And I do think too, first dates at bars are terrible ideas. Like,
Best
you're
way to do
sitting
it.
at a bar.
Absolutely
Yeah,
best way to
no.
do it.
No, I see. Like
No,
it's too much
Coffee,
like an
drinks.
interview. Like I'd rather like
I love
go
an
for a walk,
interview.
get coffee, like just something where you're not at that bar atmosphere. For me is like
Right.
it adds this like pressure or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think something else more. If you can do outdoors, go for a walk, get coffee, something like that.
Clearly,
It's
why
so
we
much
didn't work
less
out,
pressure.
because I just want to be at the bar.
Yeah, the bar is the best way to do it because I think I went for this girl. Now we actually dated for a little while. It's the one that we broke up because I got her sister and brother-in-law into a fight, and I drank all their beers at a picnic. But I didn't realize they only brought 4. But besides that, like
Okay,
Gotta bring more.
who's bringing 4 beers to a picnic?
I know that was I thought they were just for me, and then.
That's random.
The kid said that like they had met in Florida when they were in high school, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, did you guys date? Oh no, they were in 8th grade or not 7th, whatever it was. And they're like, oh yeah, we dated all through high school and college. Went to separate schools. I'm like, oh, I says you guys must have effed around like on each other, right? No, he's like, I never did. I'm like, well, did you ever ask her? And I guess he went back, and next thing you know, there was a big argument at the house. I never heard back from this girl.
Hey, that's not your problem. That's
No, but I mean, it was, I think the beer thing was a problem. But anyways, like our first date was, I took her up to Beaverbrook Farm and went on a hike. And she's like, I was telling my friends this guy wants to take me for a hike. I took her down behind the auditorium. We got sandwiches from a local thing. Actually, it was a pretty good date. Like sandwiches from a
Look
local
how proud
thing.
of himself he is. It's like he's like,
This is what
20 years ago when I went on that date.
No, it wasn't 20 years ago. It was 13. But like, it's what I used to try. And, sandwiches behind the auditorium or the arena or whatever, walked around up to Beaverbrook, had a nice hike. But during the hike, she's like, I told my friends I was going for a hike with you. I'm like, she's like, they were afraid you were going to take me in the woods and chop me up. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I never even thought of that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Danielle,
like,
are you going on a hike for a date, first date?
No.
Are you going on a hike for any dates?
I would not say no. I mean,
That's a
but
no
maybe
for
down
me.
the road.
That's a no for me.
she's more of a light stick club kid.
Every dude, I swear, I know we talked last time about like the fish pictures, but every dude's like, oh, what do you do for your typical Sunday? And they're like, hike and Patriots. And I'm like, great.
Do you think they really do though?
No.
'Cause I do hike a lot. There's not many guys hiking up.
No,
What?
I think like all that.
Somebody goes hiking during football
I
season.
think
Yeah,
all that
no.
shit is like
God,
fake.
no.
I think it's fake.
No,
Like,
best place to go during football season around
Is the
noon?
Bach.
No, it's Home Goods.
I love some home
All the
goods.
single women.
I would never go on it. Sunday's not
on
the
a Sunday,
date.
I would not be.
You had that look like, where's he going with this?
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't go on a
Home
date.
Goods noon on a Sunday?
No,
No.
Sunday's my day.
Yeah.
Right before
The
kickoff?
day of
Nope.
religious.
Just yes, because I love Jesus so much. No, Sunday's like for watching the Patriots and making food.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
like roasting a turkey.
Yeah, making a turkey, making some
Yeah.
Sunday gravy, doing
Yeah.
whatever. That's
Mhm.
Sunday's all about. Not this. I'm not gonna go hang out with some girl. on
Certainly going
Sunday.
hiking before a football
But
game.
like the thing
No.
is, like, what if I want to be there to eat the turkey?
Whatever, you can come by. Just I ain't going anywhere.
Like,
Right.
that's fine. Like, I don't want to go on the hike. I probably just want to eat the turkey or.
Yeah, that's fine. But just like, I'm going to watch the game, you know? I'm going to watch Red Zone and check out my gambling. And
All right. So as we wrap up how we continue to talk about the friend zone being terrible, which, by the way, I don't know how Danielle feels, but Danielle, my whole pitch before Keith came on in this like whole like show is that like being friends first actually works in a guy's favor, because
Absolutely.
I feel like then they get to actually see the real you. And I'm sure Keith could probably say like he's seeing a completely different light than
But
a
that
first
sounds like
date.
you're by being in the friend zone, you're after something.
No, I'm just saying if it happens, it happens. But like for me, it takes the pressure off and I can be myself, and then we'll see where it goes.
So I always look at it this way. So if I was like, if I tried to date this one over here at some point in my life,
Danielle control her.
I would have got
facial
rejected
expression.
or whatever. But like us being friends has been one of the best things I've ever like.
Right. I wouldn't
it's just-
ruin that.
We have a great time.
Yeah.
It's we're gonna be like, she's gonna be the one that smothers me in the pillow with a
Right.
pillow when I'm in the nursing home. Either her or Nancy McGovern, one of the two. But like,
I'm
Be the
going
one
black
this is
pill.
my 50th,
Like
so.
he's gonna find a black pill and like bring it to me.
no, but you know what I
That's
mean.
why I
Like,
date younger guys, right? Because
If
I'm gonna
you're-
die first.
oh well, no, women last longer.
No,
than
I'm
men.
gonna get the black pill.
I don't know what the black pill.
Here's out.
But
You're
no,
all
I think having a female friend or female friends is worth it.
Female friends are definitely the best thing. Like,
But you said you're not gonna do it anymore.
not gonna have female friends anymore.
Well, you can only have so many.
That you go on a date with, and then they say they want to be friends because you had a recent turnover. You had a recent event where someone came out of the woodworks and they asked you about being friends. So the same thing that we talked about on the last show, right? When I asked the contestants and we've talked about, I was like, hey, you go on a date with a girl and she says like, hey, you're really cool, you're great, all these like flattering stuff. I think that like I just want to be friends, and all of them were like, no way, right? And like I don't go on dating apps for friends and like all this crap, whatever. So obviously this is like the opposite way. Like Keith was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it with this crazy girl. But then he got a text.
Free therapy
Go ahead.
Read therapy.
You got a
Good
text the
point.
other night.
from a previous girl that my dating life, and
From my dating life.
yeah, it's like she had nothing that I felt to be my friend with, so I'm like, nah, I don't want to be friends with you. Like it was.
And I was saying to him, like, I felt bad. I
Can we
said,
move
I
on?
felt bad for the girl because, like, for me, like, if I had said, hey, like, I think you're really cool and, like, I want to be friends, and he had said, like, no, Linds, like, that would have hurt. I would be more upset about him not wanting to be friends with me than date me.
How
Yeah,
many dates did you go on with her?
One.
Just one? Oh, two.
That date does not count.
What are you talking about?
Oh, are you talking about the other girl?
so hard to keep up.
Yeah,
I know.
I
Are you,
think she's just making things up. Right
are you
now.
talking about how many dates he went on with me? Or
No, the other girl that.
Oh,
this
okay.
friend.
Sorry. I
Yeah,
thought you
no,
meant me.
no.
No, we went on 2 dates. She just through our conversations, like she wasn't someone that like I would
You saw a
want to
future
be
with.
friends with. Yeah, like we had a certain part of our relationship that was cool for those couple times, and
Cut
As a-
bait. Cut bait.
yeah, as a person, I'm like,
Well, I was
you're
going to say,
you're gonna bring me down more than you're gonna bring me up.
Right.
So like,
So,
why,
yeah.
why would I want to like have
Right.
to
You're
deal
gonna be a
with?
big bag of drama. Get
Well,
out. Like,
That's exactly it. A big
drama.
yeah,
toxic
like
drama.
this one.
Yeah.
There's no drama here.
Yes.
well, I think the
She's my
other
best guy.
thing
friend.
is, though, we didn't sleep together.
No.
So, like, if we had slept together, I think it would be very different.
Yeah, I agree.
Correct.
I don't know about that. I've remained friends with people I've slept with no problem at all.
I have too, and
Yeah, but you're not hanging out with them every day. Like you're not like.
No, because I'm the incubator, and they, like Brady says, they go on and get married after.
Good luck, Chuck.
You're like the last stop, and then they like.
Yeah, like, oh my god, now I know what I don't want in a relationship. And they
No,
go
I
on.
do think it would be way weirder if we had slept together, because like he's in a relationship. Like
I agree.
I want to be respectful of his relationship and his girlfriend, and like we do talk a lot. We do FaceTime. I know that. Like that's all I do. The whole FaceTime.
I hate FaceTime.
And so the amount of time we talk, like that, I think would not be okay. Like if he was in a relationship with a girl, like I would not if I was the girlfriend, I'd be like, dude, you slept with that girl and you're still talking to her all this time. Like,
Well,
that's
I
not
get
fair.
that.
I mean, I will say that, like, with my female friends, is that when if they have a boyfriend, I don't call them anymore.
That's not true.
Sure it is. No, like a serious relationship.
Yeah, but see, that's where I think like society
But no,
is
because
messed up because
I'll talk
you
to
should
them.
be able to.
actually that's
Right,
not true.
right.
People are so like,
Actually, that's not true because Michaela has a boyfriend.
I was going to bring that up, but I wasn't
Yeah.
looking to out anyone. I was like, what do you mean by serious?
No, but like if you started dating your Wednesday night guy, and all of a sudden I was like,
He's been dying to slip that in.
Get a
So
phone
embarrassing.
no, like there's a way in
At some
which you're like you kind of ease off, and you let the woman kind of like, hey, are we going out? Like, what are we doing? Or whatever.
Right.
And because you don't want to be in the way, right? And so I've always done that. And then my friend Teddy's wife, I hadn't really talked to her in a while because we were friends before Teddy and her get together. And she just railed me one night. She's like, you don't talk to me anymore. We're not friends anymore. What did I have to do wrong to you? I'm like, nothing. You got married. She's like, how did that change anything? I'm like, well, I'm not going to call you. Like, you're married to Teddy, this and that. And she's like, well, why does that matter? And I'm like, I don't know. It just seems disrespectful. And then she's like, it's not. Like, we were friends before. We're friends now. You're always appropriate with me. So we're like, all right. So now we hang out. And she's like, she's been really good. Like, she's getting me new glasses. She's doing this.
yeah.
She's my cardiologist, probably. Like, whenever she looked at my lab results. Like, it's kind of like we have a really good friendship. She got me going to whoop and laugh. And so you kind of like, that was one of those things that I used to do. Like, somebody gets a boyfriend or whatever, and you don't talk to them anymore. It's kind of the wrong way to go. You just have to
Definitely.
Right.
you have to be respectful, but you have to
Right.
be.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no reason that you can't be friends just because like
No.
you're in a relationship or whatever.
But we have talked about this before. Like, can guys and girls be friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so.
Maybe not in their 20s.
I'm not.
Maybe not in their early 30s. I don't know. But at some point, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, I've been married. I've been in a bunch of weird relationships. At this point, I'm like, whatever. Like, it's all.
Well,
I just want somebody to smother me with a pillow, you know?
There's a lot. I think there's like a lot of like
They do that at Mardi Gras.
hype or talk that this is like a single show. But like at the end of the day, like on this show, we just talk about relationships with people, right? That's friendships,
Right.
like your coworkers, our relationships. So, you know, you and I are like still like newly friends. We've been friends for like what, a year now?
Yeah.
A year.
Is that new?
Are we only
Feels new to me.
only staying friends because I don't have a boyfriend? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I think you've always had a boyfriend. Aren't you kind of still married, technically? I'm not even sure
Might not be
you're
around.
divorced. Oh,
I was gonna say
you gotta
actually,
go there? Oh,
that's a
where's the horn?
that's a great
You get the
point.
horn. You get the horn.
This can't be a single show if you're not single,
It's,
technically.
no, it's just a show. It's a show about relationships. It's a show
Yeah.
about whatever.
People
Yeah.
can be friends.
That's the biggest.
Yeah, and I think
since being
interacting with
divorced
people.
and having more female friends, and realizing that the society thinks that that's not all right is the biggest eye opener for me. Like, you know, since being single and having female friends now, and being a guy and talking to my friends, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm hanging out with, you know, this girl. And it's automatically, oh, you sleep
Like,
over
no,
this. That. It's
yeah,
like,
exactly.
No, it's literally just a friend. I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, no, it's not.
But even that, like, there's nothing more boring than like if there's 12 people in a room and it's 6 couples. It's so boring.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, you should not, like, I don't mind, like, we hang around with people that are like coupled up. They're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But they're part of a group of people that aren't, like, you have to have a mix. It's about,
Yeah.
like when I was married, all I did was hang around with married people, and it was like people talking about friggin' stocks and houses and kids. And I'm like, oh my God, can somebody shoot me in the mouth?
Yeah.
Like, this is the most boring night I've ever had in my life. And then you go out with like just like regular people or like a group of people that are, you know, of a mix or whatever, and it's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be locked in. Like, I don't just hang around with single people. Like,
I'm gonna be the odd man out. You know what I'm gonna say. There's a reason why you called me on Valentine's Day. Like,
you love.
No, because like as somebody who actually went on a date with me, they'd probably say like I'm super bitchy at first, and then I become like super soft and like mushy. Where it's like she's really bitchy.
I feel like you retain your bitchiness.
Oh, you do? No, because then it gets to a point where I'm like so soft and mushy. I'm just like crying all the time. I'm like a puddle like through their hands. But he's like, okay, I don't know what to do with you. No, I do.
Yeah, but you're still new at this though.
I mean, you say that I'm new at it. I don't feel new at it. It feels very like aging. But for me, I do kind of miss the couple thing. Like, I don't love being a fifth wheel. And like, there's a lot of, there's so many Virgos out there.
You can go home whenever you want. Being a fifth wheel is the best, right?
So much
how fun is it to be able to go whenever you want?
Yeah.
I don't love it.
Well, you'll get used to it.
Hopefully not, but like,
No, I'm telling.
I I miss, we used to do like, game nights and like couples nights. So all my friends are married, and so I do miss out being on there.
Yeah.
I had to like drag Keith to almost like my +1
So
For what?
the thing that
for my game night.
the thing that used to bother me is like you'd go to somebody's house like for a party, right? And when you were a couple, the only people you're gonna see are the people that are already there.
Yeah.
Like I can walk into the bar right now. There might be somebody I haven't seen in 20 years. There might be somebody like we had that weirdo guy from Detroit. We were talking to him, right? Or
Yeah.
like it's just you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And when you're married and you're with the couples all the time, it's like, oh, we're going on vacation, the 6 of us. Like I've heard every story you've ever told. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing's new. You know?
Right.
And listen,
I guess what we're getting at is like Lynn's is boring. Like
I'm not saying that. But like, well, yeah, but you haven't had anything else. You're what do you call it? A serial monogamous. You've always been in a relationship your whole life. You've never experienced
Interesting.
anything else.
Can I get that in writing?
Yeah, I can spell that. I think.
Okay.
But no, it's one of those things that were like I go to the beach. I go to the beach every year with a bunch of couples, right? Well, I guess she's divorced. But it's fun because it's like you got married people, single people. You come up for a day.
Yeah.
It's a great time. I'll just hang out, drink beers, whatever. The kids are there. Like, it's fun. If it was all couples, like, I remember I heard all those stories before. It's like, oh, how's your stock investment? Oh, what do you think about
I don't know what we're talking. Who's hanging out with all these stock people? I have never heard anything about stocks my entire life. But I will tell you, like,
well, we don't let the women hear those conversations. But.
Right. An episode of Mad Men. Sorry, I missed it.
Yes.
I mean, I was in a marriage and I've been in long-term relationships, but like I kept my friendships. Like every summer I go away with my girlfriend to like Europe.
Right.
They were never mixed.
Oh no, they were mixed. For like my first couple of years of marriage, like we were joking that my best friend was like the third person in our marriage. She was like our second wife, like a sister wife. I do think like you can venture out and be like open with different groups of friends, but again, it comes down to like what type of person are you? Like, are you that person that really only survives socially in your marriage? Because then, yeah, like you are limiting yourself.
Oh God, I hate those people.
But I do.
I don't want to be that person, and that was me. I never want to be that person.
I want to walk the line of both. Like, I want to have my independent life, but I also want to have a partner that like I go out in a group. Like, I love hanging out in a group, and thank God I have single people around me to hang out in that group.
So I think the best marriage I know is my man Sonny, right? This kid, I've known him forever. And he's got a really nice wife, great kids, good family, all this other crap. But he goes to Brothers and Drake it. I think he puts his sweatpants on in his work boots because he's going to Drake it. But like he has his days where like there's a couple things he does. Like we go ice fishing every year. We do this, like he's got his things that he does. Sometimes he comes out with him and his wife. Sometimes he comes out by himself. And he's got his place. Like he's got his bar. Like the Old Court's one of his bars. And the and Brothers is one of his places. But like, and he brings
I hope Sonny doesn't have any stalkers out there. You're telling everybody all his places.
Nobody knows who Sonny is. But like, but he gets like.
You're gonna be going there with Sonny.
My point is like him and his wife goes like sometimes I hang out with his wife without Sonny. Like
right.
They have balance in their life, right? They go out, they've got their family, they've got their friends, they've got their places. It's about having a little bit of everything and having that balance. If you're dependent on one person, you should never be dependent on one person.
Right.
No.
That's the problem. If you're dependent on
like
one
those
person,
people that get in relationships and then you never talk to them because they're hibernating.
Yeah, that's the worst thing in the world.
I think like
Danielle.
to that.
Thank you.
I'm telling it to you. I know. I know. I know.
I'm
not saying anything, but
the story you just said about Sonny is more so men do that and women do it less. And like that's what I feel like is like men are more likely to have their bar, their friends to go do.
Well,
and
women
are yeah, right? So it's like
they hate each other. Women all hate each other.
And then so since they don't do that, the women don't do that, then now they resent their husband for going to do that, and then that's what starts all this, and then they're like, I can't go out anymore because she's staying home. It's like, no, you go out and gallivant with your friends too. Like
women have men friends because women can't be friends with each other.
Right.
Oh, really?
I think so.
I will tell you,
I'm gonna co-sign that one.
it takes a certain type of woman. I think you have to be like secure with yourself, and I think you have to be okay with being okay with other women. Like, for me, like another woman walks by me and they're like, "Oh, hey, like I."
By the way, that comment was brought to you by Women's Month. This March. That was sexist.
Someone's like, "Oh, hey, I like that about you." Like that, I'm flattered. That, Like that doesn't make me feel like, "Oh, you're coming for me." Like you're intimidated. I have no problem helping out another female, but I will tell you that I have worked with females and I have been friends with females that are just like, they don't want to lift you up. They want to push you down.
Yep.
And I wish it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
But they like, and so then what does it leave us? Becoming friends with men, and then what, you're married and then I'm not going to be able to hang out with you, Batch? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, I think it's.
Thank God you're never getting married.
I get married again. I'm happy. I had so much fun
Not
to
for
get
us to-
divorced. Why would I do it again?
Not for us to be friends. I got to keep you single.
No, I wouldn't. But I think, like, you're a good example. Like, you've got your female friends,
Yeah.
you got your male friends, and that they all got, some of them are married, some of them are not.
Right.
But I think one of the reasons that you've been able to, like, produce a life that's so balanced and so rich is that, you know, you really never been married. Like, you stay out of the.
Yeah.
You stay out of the fray. Like, it's been, I don't know.
I'm just enjoying the single life. I like just to go with the
It's
flow.
really,
and-
it's so hard. It's so much fun once you've done
know?
it for a long time.
Yeah, it's hard to.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to go do something with somebody,
Yeah,
like whatever, but it'd be really nice to date somebody that was maybe like they're only around like once, like a week a month. It'd be awesome.
Week a month.
Like date sharing. Like, you know how like people do time sharing? Like, I'd love like a
No, I mean, I will
like
say,
a 10 day a month girlfriend would be great.
Once a
so
week.
one of my girlfriends I was talking to today, like
Like a
so
Wednesday night?
she has been like dating a guy that lives in Las Vegas or something like that. So like they hang out every couple of months, but like when they hang out, it's like going on a vacation. And I was like, well, that's not really like a real relationship. Like if I'm just meeting a dude every 2 months to
Yeah,
go
but
on
they're probably
vacation,
talking and texting the whole time.
in between,
Yeah.
yeah, of
That's
course.
perfect.
Exactly. That would be like a complete like dream come true for you. And I also, I'm like, you know, when I'm going and traveling on these trips, I'm like, oh, you know what? Like meeting someone in another country would be like kind of exciting.
Right.
You know, I was like down in Florida. The guy from Italy was like hitting me up. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to
Well,
Italy.
he just wanted help with his homework, didn't he?
Tutoring.
Trying to get to
Tutoring.
university.
There was something though. I was like, when I was married, the one thing I did actually enjoy was that I used to make, I'd make breakfast for the ex-wife, and that was kind of cool. Like, you do this thing and you get her off to work, and then you'd go. Like, that was kind of nice. Like, there was something about that kind of stuff. You're like, I can't believe this was you, but like, there was certain things that were. There is something to be said for the
See, you
partnership.
can't believe that's him, but like,
Yeah.
Batch and I have had these conversations, and so most recently, I mean, I'm obviously not going to like out our personal business here, but we have been saying like, you know what, like, let's have a phone call. And we've been saying like, wow, when I got off the phone and had that conversation, it was kind of nice to come home and be able to like digest the day or whatever's going on with someone, where normally you would come home, you would see your significant other and you'd have some type of conversation over dinner or watching a show or whatever. When you're coming home like night after night, you know, it's okay at first. You're like, oh, no one's telling me what to do. I'm eating whatever I want for dinner. I'm doing whatever I want, going to bed, watching whatever I want. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you start keeping a lot. It becomes a little heavy if you don't have these outlets. And so we had a couple of phone calls, which is weird for me because I only FaceTime. And
I won't do it.
for anyone that knows me, they know that like a green bubble is disgusting to me. And there's one man in my life that I will sacrifice a green bubble
I'm the
for.
green bubble.
And he's Mr. Green Bubble.
I don't want to. I'm not doing the. iPhone.
We always
FaceTime.
say like what I would have to save guys as like blank guy. It would be green bubble guy. Batch would be green bubble guy.
Bubble guy.
Well, you know what? So it's funny because I have a friend.
But it felt good, right?
It is, and I have
Yeah.
a friend.
Well, the sad part is when you call me, I always think somebody died.
So
Because
that's
it's like,
every time I call, I'm like, hey, nobody died, but.
because we don't talk on the phone. We're just
But no,
like
but our relationship
texting.
is like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, you going out? Like, yeah, we'll see you.
Yeah,
we
so
just
it's you like we hang out, but it's not
we
like
hang out at
yeah.
least probably every other week, and then,
Yeah, I have this like kid that holds me back, you know.
But I know, like after Winterfest, like she was out 2 nights in a row. I'm not calling this weekend. She needs to stay home.
Yeah. I do. I have like a schedule.
Like she's got a schedule. We know the schedule.
Well, like that's great. Like Danielle's like your go out girlfriend and I'm your stay in girlfriend. Like because I know if I'm like, hey, what are you doing tonight? He's like, oh, hit it hard last night. I'm like, perfect. Talk to you later. You'll be home.
Right.
But I think the value there is like the trick is gonna be if I ever actually met somebody that I could stand for a little while, it would be how to keep all that other good stuff into your life.
Have a balance.
And it should be like, because I have a lot of good things to share. Like if I met, there was some broad that I liked, whatever, and then I'm like, you should like, I've got these amazing women that I hang around with, and you should meet them. Like they're some of the most incredible people you ever meet in your life.
Every girl you've introduced me to, I'm in love with.
Yeah,
They're
great.
amazing. Great. You have great
Michaela,
taste.
Danielle,
Yeah.
and it's just like they're really, really good people. And if you got a problem with that, well, you know what? You kind of suck then. So,
That's
Right.
where my
That's key.
mind is. It's like that's kind of a non-negotiable. Like you're coming into my life, I've already got these relationships, and if you're not okay with that, then you have trust issues or whatever it is,
Right.
and that's on you, not on me, and that's
It's not gonna work.
That's not. Gonna
Keith,
work.
what's gonna happen when your girlfriend doesn't like me?
She will because she's awesome. That's why I did.
how long have you known her?
Listen to him. He's going to Vegas next weekend, guys.
We're not going to Vegas. I don't know, like 5 months maybe. She lives in Maine, so what you were talking about like the once a week type of thing, like
She drives.
That's what you have.
Wait,
that's
does
kind of
she?
what we have. So
She doesn't drive a Volvo though, does she?
does not. No.
You might want to make sure she's really into you.
Yeah.
No, she really is into him, and
Wait, when did you guys go on a date? I thought it was like that doesn't matter. Was it before? Like, how long have you been around for?
Keith is single, okay? And I don't know if you know this, but like people are allowed to date and talk and overlap, and he was talking to people and as a single guy, multiple people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
No, I was getting
He's not
confused with
committed to
somebody else.
anyone.
No, I was getting
Okay.
I was getting Keith confused with your friend there. Kid you grew up with.
Oh, high school guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She never gives us real names, so I can't keep them all straight.
Yeah. What was that? Firefighter guy?
Yeah. He was FF guy on my phone.
Oh, we liked FF guy.
This is him.
All right. We got some text messages. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we liked FF guy. He was nice. All right.
Here he is.
In the
FF
flesh.
guy's here in
These
person.
nicknames,
Yeah.
We should never give people
Friend zone
nicknames.
guy.
Friend
Yeah.
zone guy.
No, he was firefighter guy. So,
Yeah.
All right.
so I think we basically ran the gamut tonight. That
Yeah, we kind of went off, but it was
the
good.
consensus is you can be friends.
Absolutely.
It's like the kumbaya moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
could be friends.
You know
Well,
what? This is a good Women's Week one though. Like it really is not Women's Week, but Women's Month. So I think it's a couple of guys valuing the friendship of women.
Definitely. I think it's
Yeah.
every man needs a woman friendship because there's things you can talk about to women friends that you can't with guy friends.
Yeah, like what do I do with my crazy girlfriend, yo?
Yeah.
no. I will
She
say
said this. What does she actually mean?
I
What
will
does this mean? Like I don't know. I'm not crazy.
once in a blue moon, like Keith will give me like a really good compliment that I like have to like screenshot and like keep it in the back. But yeah, I think one of the things we both said like out of the gate is we are so different that having a friendship with somebody that looks through a different lens is so beneficial because he is like very non-emotional, we should say, but like working on it, a work in progress, and I'm super emotional, so we kind of balance each other on a scale. And I say like I'm trying to be like him, and he's like you can speak up, I'm not speaking for you.
I'll let you go on your.
And he'll say that like there's things that I say that give him a different perspective that he didn't think about it. Like remember when you and I were talking
So
about
you're basically Keith. And I'm Lyndsey. She's the guy in this thing.
and that's fine because you're probably more grounded.
No, it's true.
But-
She's the less emotional one. I'm the more emotional one.
Like I'm the one that gets the text and I like want to be super reactive, and then I'll start writing it and I'm like, shit, like what's Keith gonna say? And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop typing this, and then I'll FaceTime him and I'll like, should I write anything back? And he'll be like, God no, go do something else. Right?
Depending on the situation, yeah.
Why would
There you go.
why would you say our friendship works?
Yeah, because we're so different. So we, like you just said, different perspective.
Okay. So we made it out alive. You got an actual contestant that went on a date with me.
Yeah.
And what are we rating it? What are we rating our date?
Next question.
Nice.
He's basically like contestant number 3. Great.
Yeah.
No. Contestant of 3.
Oh.
That guy.
Okay, well, I'm
Angry
giving.
man.
That's Ryan
He was so
Reynolds.
angry.
Listen, I'm
You know, who
giving.
is that? Ryan Reynolds. Seriously.
Love Ryan Reynolds.
I'm giving our date an A.
And
I wanted to continue talking to him and hanging out with him, and I get the best of both worlds. So
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm super
Good for you.
thrilled.
I give it an A too.
All right.
All right, you guys want to grade your friendship?
A+. We don't really talk
we're
about
great.
it.
Yeah.
We keep everything
we're good.
superficial.
No, it's been like it's really been
Yeah.
yeah.
We're good. We hang out,
We
have
don't
fun.
talk about it.
Yeah. Why ruin a good thing?
Our
you know?
friendship's like Fight Club, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And then I was like, it's like
That
we
really is. Our friendship's
we
like
don't
Fight
talk
Club.
about Bruno, but that like went over your head. 'cause
So
I
maybe
have a
like
child.
once a year, I'll just text her, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, and she'd be like, "Yep."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we get it. We're just
That's
thinking
all we
about
have to say.
friendship. We,
That's
you know,
all
it's
it is.
good.
We don't have to get into it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We don't need the whole.
All right. So cheers to friendship.
Cheers.
Cheers to playing
Cheers.
the you and me game.
Yeah.
Danielle doesn't have
I
a
don't have a
drink.
drink, so
Well
yay.
done.
Cheers.
Sorry, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us tonight. It was great having you. And friendships, keep
Yay.
going. Hashtag friend zone.
Yeah.